Salt was a sign of the covenant. There's this phrase in the scriptures, a covenant of salt. And the covenant of salt was an eternal covenant of friendship and kingship that God made with King David. 2 Chronicles 13:5 says this, "Do you not know that the Lord God of Israel has given kingship over to David and his descendants forever by a covenant of salt?" Wow. So Yeshua, Jesus, is born in the city of David. We talked how his genealogy is connected to David, both literally and by the number 14. And we know that covenant that God made, the Davidic covenant, that one of David's descendants would sit on the throne, was through a salt covenant. Yeshua being salted was symbolic of the fact that he was fulfilling the covenant with David, that he is the Davidic king, the promised anointed Messiah born into this world that God had promised and that David had spoken of so long ago. But there's more. Messiah came to make covenant with you. Messiah came to make covenant with me. He came to make covenant with us. What does that mean? He committed and came to make friendship with us. So he was so committed to us that he chose to die in order to remain faithful and demonstrate his faith and his friendship to us. This is what John is writing about in chapter 15 when he says this, "No greater love than this, than a man lays down his life for his friends." So Yeshua being salted like the sacrifice, salted as symbolic of the covenant with David, salted as the symbol of friendship. Ancient Bedouins used to take salt from their pouches and mix it with one another when they entered into covenantal relationship, because once the grains of salt mix in each other's pouches, you could never separate it. So the idea is that you, as friends, they would never be separated. And Yeshua comes to offer a greater degree of friendship and to make us friends with God. Yeshua counted us worth it to have that level of friendship.